Welcome to our second video on the Trading Central Technical Insight tool. As a recap, in our previous video, we showed you how you can use the tool's search criteria to quickly identify potential trading ideas. In this video, you'll discover how Technical Insight can help you get a full picture of what's happening once you've chosen a particular security. The Technical Insight tool can be accessed via the Markets heading and then select Trading Central from the drop-down menu. You will then select Technical Insight from the secondary heading list, and another option is via the quote area as well. You can check just about any stock or ETF by simply looking it up in Technical Insight. For our example today, I'll be working with Suncor, symbol SU. This tool makes it easy to find out how prices have been changing over time and what insights we might discover by examining the price chart. Once the page is loaded, let's start from the top where we have the Alert Center and Education Center that we covered in our previous video. We have a Watchlist section and a bell icon for setting up individual alerts that we'll discuss a little bit later. Below we have the general information on the security you want to view. I'd like to begin with the technical score, which displays the directional outlook for the security of either bullish, bearish, or neutral across 3 different time periods. In our example, all 3 periods are bullish, which is a good sign. Let's concentrate on the short term, which is over the next 2 to 6 weeks. Suncor is showing strong bullish evidence, which means that recent bullish events outweigh bearish events. By clicking on More Analysis, we can even compare the stock versus the main index and its sector. Now, not every investor will want or need to go into detail to analyze the individual signal or event in the security. If what you want is to determine the direction of the security before deciding whether to buy or sell, the technical score section will meet that need. Technical Insight will also provide you with a ranking of the chosen security versus its sector based on performance that you can consult by clicking on the following shown here. Now, if we move further down the screen, we can see the chart showing all the active events. We can further choose if we want daily or weekly events as well. Also, by choosing different technical score periods, the chart time period will change accordingly. If we look a little further down, we can also move the time period box left to right to see previous periods, or stretch it out, or make it smaller to go short term if you want to concentrate on a particular period. The choice is yours. Lastly, if you want to expand the chart, simply click on the following arrow and the chart takes center stage. Now, if we concentrate on the chart, on the left-hand side we can see the legend indicating a green circle is a bullish event, a red square is a bearish event, the gray diamond is considered an other event, which could either be bullish or bearish depending on the context. Lastly, we have the classic patterns. If the triangle is upward facing in green, it's bullish. If it's inverted and red, it's bearish. Please note that classic patterns will also provide you with a price target range to help you determine a selling or buying price. On the right-hand side, we can scroll down the list of signals and events which are shown from the most recent, or we can click on a specific dot to learn more about it. Let's click on the bullish classic pattern, and here we have a continuation wedge for you to consider. As you can see, Technical Insight has done all the heavy lifting, analyzing the company's chart and identifying all relevant events and indicating them on the chart. Now, if you'd like to add some additional features and personalize it to a certain extent, you can by clicking on the gear icon, which allows you to change the price display. You have 4 options to choose from. And we can also add indicators to help you. Let's choose the 50 and 200-day moving average, and we'll also add the RSI. In technical analysis, one will not simply rely on just one signal or event before deciding, but will use a combination to validate their directional view. Please note that these additions will remain on the chart even if you change securities. To remove them, this can be done individually or go back into the gear icon to make the changes. Now, in a scenario like this, where we have numerous events shown on the chart, you can view them using the following list on the right side, with the most recent shown first, and concentrate on those events that you consider more important. Another option you have is to view the events as a chart by clicking here. For those of you who are more experienced with technical analysis and with the chart formations, you'll appreciate this view. Now, click on the chart icon to go back to the previous page. If we scroll down the page a bit, Technical Insight has a few more useful functions for you to discover. The tool has calculated for you a support and resistance price that you may add to the chart by clicking on the box. Next door, we have a stop price for those of you who are long the position. Trading Central uses their own proprietary algorithm using the security's historical volatility to set an appropriate stop price that you can use. Let's now scroll back up so I can show you how to set up an alert on Suncor by clicking on the bell icon. The Technical Insight Alert can be set up for you to be advised when a technical event opportunity has occurred on your chosen security. You can choose all categories together by checking off the boxes, or one in particular. By clicking Classic Patterns as an example, I will receive the following morning an email when a classic pattern has appeared for Suncor. I can also delve into the list of events individually covered by Technical Insight to choose a specific one. Between these 4 categories, you have over 60 events to choose from. Once chosen, I type in a name for the alert and set the alert, and it's done. One can also set a price alert as well using Technical Insight, but I would suggest using the NBDB alert tool instead because you would only receive the alert the following morning versus right away with our tool. Now, unlike a typical alert, the Technical Insight Alert remains active until you decide to cancel because technical events occur on an ongoing basis. Simply click on the Alert Center, find your alert, and you can either turn it off or delete it. Our final section of Technical Insight will concern Watchlists, which we can access by clicking on the following. Here we have 5 watch lists in place, and just like our NBDB watch list, you can simply type in the symbol, choose the correct security, and it's added to the watch list. Users can create additional watch lists up to a maximum of 25 by clicking here, and type in the name to describe the watch list. By the way, each watch list can hold up to 500 stocks and ETFs. Now, unlike a typical watch list, whose purpose is to provide you with the real-time quote, the Technical Insight watch list shows you the technical score on the chosen securities. You can quickly see the short-term, intermediate term, and long-term direction of the securities and how bullish or bearish they are. You also have the support and resistance price and the percentage change in the last 5 days. One can create numerous watch lists to follow their existing holdings or securities they have on their radar for future inclusion. Some clients have created sector or theme-specific watch lists to help them quickly determine which are bullish or bearish. This is actually one of the lesser-known features of Technical Insight that investors of all knowledge levels can appreciate. This concludes our video on the Trading Central Technical Insight tool. Thank you for watching.